Hello everybody, welcome to another class. Let me just check if the sound is fine here. Give me a second. Hello, testing. Hello everybody, welcome to another class. Okay, so the sound is good. So just a recap from the last class, what we did, we set up the Docker to run our front end and our back end application into containers. And let's just see if we can replicate. We go here. Let me increase the font. We navigate. Oops, what is wrong here? Oh, I am already there. And then I run this Docker compose app and build. So this will read those files, the Docker compose files. We'll build and deploy our applications. And after that, I can open the localhost folder. Let's see here if it's gonna work. Localhost. And then we see our page getting the data from the backend. If we reload this page, we're gonna see that every time we get new information because this call is randomly generate this content. So this is how the example was built. So nothing special, but just to let you know that there is something happened. So every time you reload this page, we make a call to the backend, and then we get a new list. Just to show that, let me open the... Oh, and by the way, I was using Chrome, but Chrome was failing with YouTube, so the video was not working. So I have to put the Firefox. Firefox. And Firefox tool, DevTools, I'm not used to it, but should be very similar. So let's do this. I'll put on the right side. And they're like kind of a clone. So we go here to network and let's reload the page. And then we see, okay, we had, should not have any breakpoint. Oh, we put some breakpoints, I think. So we're gonna remove it later on. If we go to the network tab, we can see that, okay, this was the result. Let me make more space here. Oh, this go big, but not this side. And then if we look to the response, we can see a list here. Let's see raw. Raw is not showing well. And if we reload, we have a new call. Let's go through the breakpoints. But okay, this is not important. Just to show that every time you load the front end, the marketplace is calling the back end, and then we see a new list of data there. What is wrong here? Something strange. I hope this is working. Let me just do a test here. I go to YouTube, and then I open my channel to see what is going on. Give me a second. So I don't want to be talking here for a long time and then the video is not working. So I see that it's live. See, I go to YouTube. Okay, and then I open my channel. Oh, wait. I saw something strange there. The image was very blurry. So let me see what's this. Maybe for me, because as I'm doing the upload, so maybe the download will be. I'm streaming. Wait. I saw something strange there. The image was very blurry. So wait. I saw something strange there. The image was. Okay, let's go. So now what you do is I will close this guy and let's go back here. Our goal today is to do a customer registration. It will be a very simple one where we're going to build a page where the customer can go there, put an email, a password, and then you can save that information into the database. Initially, it will be very crude. We're not going to do any encrypting. We're not going to send an email to confirm. It's just to make sure that we can make everything work fine. But what I will do is, let me go back here. I will stop this, and then I will start to talk with the agent because there is some stuff that I don't remember top of my mind exactly how to do. So I'll explain. I want to connect to the Postgres Docker container. Just to show you something from VS Code. What do I need? Let's see how it is going to happen here. Install official Postgres extension from connected to controller. Let's check this. So there is a extension for it. Looks like there's two of them. One is for Microsoft. There's always for those Chris Coleman. But I know that can I use the VS Code extension to connect to any database. Let's see, because we don't need a specific, as far as I remember, we don't need a specific one for Postgres. So it is good to be clear when you ask, but there is some limitation. For multi-database support. Let's see if there is one from Microsoft. And there is this one here that goes for many different ones. But is there any from Microsoft? Let's see what I remember. There is a thing here that we add. Yes. Okay, I go with this one here. Oh, wait. This one, not sure. Work for Postgres as well. So let's go with this one. This is something that in every company there is a big. Oh, didn't start? Why? What happened? Oops. Let's go here. What is the name? Data workspace. I think that is the one. Okay. Let's see. Microsoft doesn't have a single. Of course, you see in the official you need. What is the name? SQL, MS SQL. I may be kind of waste some time here because I think there is a this one. Is this? No. Microsoft having SQL. Okay. No. Let me read. Yes, Amy PGSQ. Okay, that is fine. Let's try this one. Should be good enough for us. Let's go here. Okay, Microsoft and Postgres, I install it. And probably something will come up right here. Yes, SQL Server, boom. And then add connection. Profile name, I will call reader. Oops, sorry. Via connection group, I will keep default. Parameters, 7 name, I will put localhost. And SQL login. So now is where we're gonna go here to copy the information from the Docker Composer file, because it's where we are setting up that information. Do you remember? So I will get this guy, I will move down here, and maybe you can do some copy paste. So server name will be localhost. SQL login, and then the username is appvita. password will be AppVira. I use still to say, oh, and the database name will be AppVira. I'm just copying everything from here. Okay, let's go. And then what is missing here? Save password or local. There is something strange here. Localhost, trust, server certificate. Why can't save? There is a lag here. Something is strange with this PC. Let's see if it's able to connect. Local document. Should have a button to test. Okay, connect. Let's ask for some help. I install this guy. Is this one? No, it was this one, right? But I can't connect. Maybe the Postgres Docker container is not running. Let's see what it's gonna say. How to check? Yeah, there is nothing running. So this is going to put up only the DB. So if you go to the Docker Compose file, you see there's this DB here. So let's run it. So now we should be able to come here. Oh, and we should see this PS is to list the list of process. Oh, it's not yet running. So something is odd. Okay, that run before, and now this is. Let me dig the log. Let's see what is going on here. Whoa, look at this. He found that there is some change in the database. So let's see how this is going to change. So our definition, I think, in the Docker Compose was wrong. This is good. Look how much time we will spend to find this, look into documentation. Let's see if this is going to work now. So looks like that is fine. And just to understand, the Docker simulate like a server. There is like a network and everything that we need. So let's run this. So now Postgres is running. So if we go here, we should be able to connect. It is spinning. Let's see. Let me just confirm. SQL login, localhost. Oh, I forgot to put the port. Let's see here in advanced. Port. Remember, we should go here, Docker Compose, and see which port is running. This. So let's see if now it's going to connect. Advanced. The port is there. Read write, close, and boom. Something is wrong. Oh, a connection successful, but the server during the pre-login handshake. So let's copy this and do this. This I am getting this here. Connect. And this is very common. I don't feel bad for this. It's even good for you all to see that in part of our work, there is a lot of time that you are just dealing with stuff like this. Instead, oh, wait, there is something wrong here. looks like we are trying to connect to SQL Server instead of PostgreSQL. Maybe did I put the wrong? Oh, maybe I got the wrong client. Let's see. Okay. You are like try connect. Okay. So it say that I install both, and then look how dumb I am. Here's the PostgreSQL one, and this is the SQL Server one. Let me remove this guy so I don't get confused anymore. So I'll get this. So basically, I was the one causing trouble. I clicked the rogue button, and I was using a tool that is designed to connect to SQL Server, and I was trying to connect to Postgres. So let's go here, just for sake of our filter thing. I will add this guy, and then I select to remove it. I don't need it right now. I'm gonna stop. So we learned something extra, and this had to be fixed anyway. So see, this is the Postgre icon. So I should spot that right away. So let's go. If this guy is could be smart to scan it. Server name localhost. Password is very creative. Is everything the same? Oh, sorry, not here. Here, yes. So authentication type will be password. This, and this. And then the port and name, I have to go to, let me copy it here. I go to advanced, and then I will put the port right here. And then test connection. Okay, so looks like it's connect. I will save and connect. There is one database there that is empty. There is nothing. So what we could do here, for example, I say, okay, I need, create, give me, actually, what we need to do is we want to create a table that will store the user information. For now, just the email and password. Kind of information that is useful. How long the email field should be and how long the password should be. I will try to ask Copilot to find that information for me, what is good. So I need a table to store user credentials. Initially, just email and password. Which should be the recommended length of both. The password later on will be encrypted. Why this is important information? Because if we decide that the password field is maximum 10 characters, 15 characters, that may be good because it's very uncommon to someone type more than 15 characters. But later on, if we decide to encrypt the password, sometimes the encrypted password is huge, is bigger, because the data is inserted there. Let's see what is gonna come back. If not, we can say, okay, let's just put 15, and later on, when we're gonna decide which type of encryption we will need, we can realize that we need to change the database. Let's see what is going to come back. Because I could come here and create a new table visually and all that, but I don't want to waste that time. So email is turning maximum is 2055. most password hashing algorithm. So that is a good information. Just give me the SQL script and I run myself. Oh, myself equals. So I come here and then new query. So whatever script he gave me, I run here to create that table. So let's do this, copy, paste, and if everything goes fine, we're gonna have a new table. So, boom. Still here the table was created and the index was created. So it was nice because he realized, well, if you are create a table called users, and that table user has, it is interesting. I only ask for email and password, but he already created and updated. That is a very common practice that every table should have those fields, because then we know every time we create a new record or you update, we have that log in there. For now, I could even remove it, but let's keep it. It's not an issue. Actually, no, I remove it just so we don't have extra thing there. Script as drop. I will drop that. Okay, I delete it. I don't want to save. If I refresh, that table is gone. So what I do is, I remove those two fields. I will keep the ID as a primary key, it's fine. And let me run again. Okay. I can use the same to do like a select star from users. Oops, sorry. If I run it, there is nothing there yet. One thing that I realized that is very common for tables to not have the name in plural. So what I could see is, oh wait, I will go back so I don't lose the create table. And I open a new Windows, here new query, and I say drop table users. That table is gone, yep. And I will change the name now, instead of user, just user. Those are like a small thing that, and then I fix this here as well, and then the name of the index. Oh, maybe I guess user is a reserved word. So maybe we cannot use user here because Postgre already used for something else. So let's keep users for now. Or we could come up with something like user credential, but let's just keep it. My bad, okay? Let's run it. Okay, it's there. So what we need to do is, we're gonna ask Copilot to add to our backend project a database access layer for .NET API that we're gonna be use Entity Framework. So that will be my next ask. Add Entity Framework to the back end project with operation to create, just that. Later on we can do operation. Backend project. Pointing to the Appian database from the Docker container. Let's see what is going to happen here. One thing that I didn't do yet, but is very good to do, is every time you do something that you like, commit the change. Because right now, a lot of change will come, and then I could say, okay, I'm happy with this. I don't want to have like change on top of that, and then I may regret, and then I have to ask the compiler to go back, I can say this. What I do here is fix the DB entry on Docker Composer. And I just commit it. I say always, so what is this? Oh, okay. I need to run those things. Remember, it's a new machine and I forgot to add those. So let me go here and I will copy those two guys. I will copy this one first. Remember that I already did in the previous PC, but I changed PC, so this is a fresh new one. I will paste, oh, not this. I will paste this guy here. And then it will be my email. This is just for the Git to do the work. So output, I have to begin, and then my name. And those are kind of things that you do once and then you forget. You're gonna be working that machine for a long time until you have to go to another one that you have to do it over again. And then my name, Joseph. Now I can go here and do the commit. This should work. Sync. Now the changes are going. Okay, don't show this again. So now those changes are going to the GitHub in the server. The extension, yes, allow it. And then I'll sign with myself. And yeah, I'll do this as well. And if everything's go fine, now, if we go here to our app Vira, to the Git repository, and we can see here the commits. One of the commits should be this one here. Fix the DB entry, and if I click it, I can see exactly the change that happened. The thing is very smart because only show the change to the file, does not show everything. Cool? That is one tip, because sometimes if you ask a lot of things, it's going to be change the code, and then there is something that you don't like, and a lot of files was changed, and it is hard for you to go back. So every time you are happy with something, commit it. So here is say, okay, let's go to this folder, let's run this .NET add package, NoSQL for Postgre, and then add not NoSQL, the package for Postgre, and then the entity framework. So let's do this. Otherwise, you have to go to documentation, see how to do it. So it's doing the magic for us. It's went to this backend folder and then use the command .NET to add a new package that allows C# to access Postgre. On top of that, got the DLLs for the entity framework. We saw in our training entity framework, so it's very easy to use, way easier than learn SQL. And now there is a new, we are add a new package for this. Let's let it go. And then it has to generate a command to create the class to access the database. This is nice, so you can see how much work other people had that allow us to do this thing. There is, every time I feel someone very proud, oh, I know a lot, I do a lot of stuff, yeah, but pay attention to everyone else that did the work, so you can do those things that you do. Okay, now it's going to create the DB context. It's all good. Let's keep it. Create it for table for users, and then let me keep it. I'm concerned if the compiler generate the file directly, because there is a tool that you can run, and it's nice to have the command, because every time we change the tables, we run that tool again. It is not healthy to be generated file directly, because could have some. So run this command to create and apply migration. So .NET EF migration. issue create, update. Okay. It's just telling me, if you need to, for example, if you download at your home and your PC, you need to run those things to set up your database. So let me try this now. Could you now? I need you to create web API methods to create a new user and to create a new user initially. Let's see how it goes. What I'm asking now is, okay, we have a web API, and then we need an entry point, something like add user, create user, register user, that the front end can get the data from the user, what is the email, the password, make that call, and the backend is going to insert a new row in the database. It's like if we come here, and the same way that you can select everything from the user, from user. Oh, I guess I didn't run this, or I did it. Let me run this guy. No, already exists. So we should be able to do a select. Yeah, there is nothing there. So let's see what happened here. There is a new API post, API user, that we can pass as information, and then we'll get this as a result. I say, oh, please remove the created add and update add field because I removed them from the database. The Copilot was still in mind with the tables the way that he gave us. So I have to tell them, no, I removed them. So let's see how it goes. And the good thing is that you can go here. That is very important for you that is learning. Every time you ask something, come here and see what is being happening. What are the changes? So see, it's remove it. I will keep it. So you will learn as the Copilot is going to do the work. You'll be learning it. Okay, so there is some more code here, and I will ask, could you now? Okay. I will run the back end project. Could you make some CURL calls to test the API? And then what I do, I will come here. I navigate to that folder, cd backend, I think, and then I do a .NET run. Let me see. He was in the history. I run so much stuff to fix what was wrong here. Let me do just a .NET run. And then I will copy this and show. So he knows which port we are using, or there is something wrong here. Oh, to install. Oh, wait. No, but I run this already. This should be good. Oh, no, I run inside Docker, so my bad. I ask him to do this for me. I say this. Oh, I can use in the no. Let's use Docker. No, Docker is already there. We can use it. So okay, let's do this. And now I need you to update the backend Docker container and run some CURL calls to test it. Let's see how it goes. Is going here, is going to do the app and the back end. Okay, I will allow them to do it. So all this chain that was done is already deployed there. And then do you see here this backend is running, the DB is running. And now let's see. It's going to check the log to see if everything is fine. Looks good. Well, at least I think it's good. It's running port 8080. And now probably gonna do okay. Now look, it's a CRL. This is like I were using Postman, but this is just a call similar to what the front end is going to do. That is going to hit this URL, and this will be the content. The email will be testexample.com, and the password will be password123. That is the reason that we have to encrypt the password, because the password should not come in plain text like this. So we will allow it. Allow the run. So how do we test this? We go here, and then we do a select from users to see if that lands in the database. Yes, see, it's there. So the connection is working fine. Now there is another call to create another user. I will allow it to go. And if I do a run here, I see the two users there. So far, and he run another one, another pass. I just asked for one, but it's fine. Oh, I actually didn't specify, so it's not wrong. And now there is a new call to say, okay, give the information for the user one. And this is fun. Look how dangerous the vibe coding is. Let's see. I'm going to run this. And okay, what is smart enough to remove the password from this? I would expect that maybe was kind of, oh, let me bring all the data. I already saw AI solution and human to do this. Say, okay, let me get a get and return all the fields, including the password. So that was like be a big mistake. So let's see what it's trying to do now. Okay, try to access a user that not exist, the one with ID 999. And then we should get a user not found. So far is good. So what I do here, as I'm happy with the change, I can see what was made. So this is the class representing a user. This is the DB content. This is all is what we call boilerplate code. It's generated. Today, no one is like writing this code by hand anymore. Maybe those want something, but was create a call to add a new user, to get a user based on the ID, and that's it for now. So as I'm happy with this, I will come here and say addition. Addition. Never forget to add a clear message about what we're doing. Addition of user controller with base operators. Let's see how long is the class today. We are in a good point. It's already like 11 or 9:35. So let's go for the night. The next class, we're going to create the front end. We're going to add some user components to build our AI. But now I'm happy that I can phone anywhere, like here. I will copy this guy, for example. This is like simulate a new call. I will come here, I will paste, and then I will change. So this command CURL is a tool that we can make requests to a server and say, oh, we are make a post call. This is the service, the local, this is the URL, and this is the content. So I will put here, like, I will say José One email, and this will be password José password, and then I send it. If I go to our database now and I do a search, a select, I see that guy there. The fun thing is, I don't know, we had 2 and the other one was wrong. I don't know. Let's try a few more just to see how it goes. I put like José or test 1, password test 1. Of course, in a real situation, we should enforce this should be a valid email and this should be a valid password. We're going to do this later on. We cannot go live with something that does not validate the password. So let's go here and then run again, and we see the other one. For example, here I could come through this field. Let's see. I don't think he did anything like this, but xxx is not a valid email. I'll make the call, and then probably we have that information there. So we have to make our application more robust. AI is not smart enough at this point that we will put all those safeguards. It's up to us to pay attention. And once we ask, it's going to be added. So part of our work will be this. We'll be doing micromanagement of the AI, the agent work, because a lot of things that every engineer knows and we make sure does not happen, AI is going to let go. Okay, another nice example here. For example, I can go probably if I just put an input password. Oh, it's saying that email already exists. Of course, this is good, but I say this. And then if I do a search, see, no password. And password should be a required field. In the script to create a table, I didn't pay attention, but see, oh no, it's saying not null, but can be empty. So we need to improve this. The idea here is just to show how good this guy is to help us with boilerplate code. I confess, if I have to come here and write all this by my head, I will have to be checking documentation, check existing code, using Google, because I already did this a lot of times, 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago. But for example, the last several years, I'm not working with this specific API, this specific language. I've been working with some different things, from Scala to Kotlin, of course C# as well, but I was in Microsoft Intuit, I was using mostly Scala and Kotlin. C# was just for this training, and now in my current work in Cubic, I use C#, but I use Java as well and TypeScript. So I hope you can feel that those promises, everyone is saying, oh, AI is doing everything from me, it's perfect. My application is top notch. I don't see that happen, at least for all the AI that I use, but it's undeniable that is awesome. I feel way more productive and even confident that now things that I will not remember, I can use AI just to find from me or explain. Okay, and it's a very nice tool to learn, because wherever AI does, you can go here and see exactly what is done there. But if you don't review everything that AI does, you'll be in trouble. I already saw many situations that if I didn't pay attention, it would be shameful for me to push that code, because we would have situation like this. And for example, I'm a principal engineer. People think, oh, principal engineer is very smart, knows everything. And we are like everyone else, we do all the mistakes. But if a junior engineer submit a code like this, everyone will say, okay, he's learning. But if a principal engineer submit a code with a bug like this, is a very big red flag. Okay, so this is the, hey, Gabriel, nice, good night. So this is what we have to pay attention when you are using those tools. It's amazing, make us more like productive, like more, I say, confident, but there is some pitfalls that we have to pay attention. Otherwise, it'll be a disaster. Like you're gonna make a lot of work, and then someone will look to this say, dude, what the heck are you doing? How come someone can just have an email that is not a valid email? A password may be because I didn't ask him, oh, please add this, so probably will lose. But if I ask something like this to any senior principal engineer, they are not supposed to do this mistake. I let this happen here because we are building it and we're going to review and do all the fix. So in next class, we're going to add some visual components because we don't want to use Angular like in crude mode. And we'll create the UI to add a new customer, to do the login, to validate the login. So that will be the niche because every application is going to have some sort of authentication. We may even talk about, we're going to have a discussion about what kind of authentication we're going to be using. And this is a critical discussion every project as well. Okay, so I hope I made this clear for you, what is going on here. Oh, let me try this. Could you provide some representation in text mode about the front end, about the back end and the database Docker container communication. This is very simple, but let's see if I can just show for you what is happening. Okay, so look, this is awesome. Like, is what is going on here. So this is amazing because it's a nice description what is going on here. So we have the Docker containers. One is the one with the Postgres and simulate like a networking. So we have the Postgres here and then it's running this port. We have the front-end application running here and we have those components. Look, we have if you go to the back end, we're going to have controllers. There is this user controller. User controller is using this DB context that is using models, where models represent one user. And then there is a connection string. Remember that connection string that you set up in our, I guess was one of those files here. This guy here. And this is the port 5000. If we go here, let me increase this. We can see that the URL has the localhost, that is the name of my PC. Localhost is when you just mention the PC that you are using, the computer that you are using, just put localhost. If it's something else like google.com, microsoft.com, or something like amazon.com, you put it here, and then this is the port. So Docker creates a simulation with containers that is not a full PC, not a full server, that has those services running. And then we have something like this. The front end is going to make a call like this one. The back end is going to receive this call, use this DB context, the controller code, and then this is going to insert a new record into the database. okay? And this is like the use and the credentials. Cool, so that is what we accomplished in the today class. We just to recap, we add entity framework, we initialize the database with a new table, users, and then we create a new controller that will respond to server-side calls. So for example, this call here is only my PC, but I could put in a server and anyone from anywhere could make this call, passing this information, and then we're going to have a new user. So for example, I could make a service that we're going to acquire some data, something related for phishing. Everyone can use a cell phone, use a API to say, oh, I caught this type of fish in this location with this size, or send a picture. So is this how application work on the web? This is web APIs are the entry points to our system where everyone can consume. The UI is just the interface to allow the user to interact with the backend. Cool? Okay, so I'm going to stop the class here today. Next class, we're going to add the front-end components. We're going to make a UI because we don't want the user to be doing this. There are people even say, oh, with AI, we don't need to build UI anymore because now someone can just use AI to say, oh, I want to create a new customer here with this email, with this password. But do you know, I already listened this from a long time ago when SQL was created. I already repeated this in classrooms. Say, oh, with SQL, we don't need UI anymore because the user can come here and do an insert. For example, we could come here and say insert into users. I think, yeah, something like this. And then Jose SQL test. And then the password that will be this guy. So if I run this command, I will be inserting direct into the database. So now if I query, I will see that new data. I forgot to put a test. Let's run again. Test 1. I will put test 2. And now we can see everything. So just to let you guys know, 30 years ago, no, sorry, just let you all know, sorry, I try to be like gender specific here. It's not a problem for me. That long time ago, some technology was already promised to, oh, this is going to end UI. This is going to end backend. Because now we can train user to use SQL. SQL is a fourth generation language, is a English-like, and everyone will be able to use. Of course, SQL is amazing, helps a lot, but it's not up to that. The same thing I'm gonna tell about AI right now. It's amazing, it's awesome, it's going to help a lot, but it's not even close to the promise that is happening. I know that everyone is in a frenzy, like to figure out the same way when SQL came, object-oriented came, UML came, case tools came. I may be wrong because maybe now AI is going to be a good jump in the first few years, but based on what I see, I don't think it's even close to what people is saying. But we're gonna use it. It's important to learn. It's like someone is bringing you a calculator and say, no, I'm not going to use a calculator. It's not good. It's not going to replace me. No, it's not going to replace you, but it's going to help you. You don't need to be wasting time doing accounting work. Does the calculator make you an accountant? No. Make you a mathematician? No. The same thing about a typewriter does not make you a writer, a good one. The same, UI is going to potentialize what we are. If you're a good engineer, if you have good skills, good collaboration skill, you're going to be way better. If you're a bad engineer, you're going to be way better. Okay, so this is just my thought. Don't quote me on that. But I hope you understand the goal today. We already have a front-end application, a back-end application, a database, and our back-end is now connected to the database, able to create new users. So thank you for joining me. See you later. Bye. Oops. Users. So thank you for joining me. See you later. Bye.